Hello again. So in this video, I will show you how to design a 3D ball bearing. You can see I have one right here on the screen. Now this is the outer ring, this is the cage, and this is the inner ring, and have the balls right in there. So let me remove the outer ring so that you can see how the internal structure looks like. So I click on this, right click and isolate it. Okay, so you can now see the balls, and this is the cage. That's the one holding the balls. This is the cage and this is the inner ring. Right, so I'll replace the outer ring and object isolation. Okay, so I'll now show you the cross section of this very bearing. Right, so here is the cross section of the bearing. You can see this is the outer ring, this is the ball, that's the steel ball, this is the cross section of the cage, and this is also the cross section of the inner ring. So I'm going to place this 2D drawing beside a new page and start this drawing all afresh. Alright, so here is a new page, and this is the 2D drawing of the cross section of this bearing. So again, to start the drawing, I will switch the view to front. So I come to the view panel, click on this arrow and choose front. Alright, I'll move the UCS down there, so click on this. Alright, okay, so I'm going to start with the rectangle command. Now the diameter, that's the outside diameter of the bearing is 30 and the width is 9. So I'll draw a rectangle of 9 by 30. So click on the rectangle command and draw a rectangle of 9, enter 9 on the blue banner. Now click on the tab key and enter 30. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in on this. Okay, so I'll now draw a line from the center of this rectangle to connect to this. Okay, so the ball diameter is 13. So I'll offset this line by 6.5, which is half of the ball diameter. So click on the offset command and enter 6.5. Then offset this line upwards and also downwards. Okay. Now use the explode command to explode the rectangle. So come to the modify command and click on explode and explode the rectangle. Okay. Now use the trim command. Click on the trim command and trim out this and this. Okay. Now from here to here is 3. So I'll also use the offset command to offset this line by 3. So click on offset, enter 3, and offset this line upwards. Also offset this one downwards. Alright. Okay, so I'll draw another line to locate the center of this place. Click on the line command and look. Alright, now locate the center of this. Now the diameter of this ball is 6. So draw a circle of 6 diameter at the center point of this. Right click, choose diameter and enter 6. Okay. Okay, so I'll now use the trim command to trim out some portions there. So click on trim command and trim out this and this, also this and this. Okay. So now use the join command to join them up. Come to the modify panel, click and choose join and join the whole of this up. Alright. Okay, so I'm now going to use the sphere command to draw a sphere and right here. So come to the modeling panel, click on this and choose sphere. And the diameter of the sphere is 6. So from this center, enter a diameter of 6. Okay, so I now have a sphere. This is a sphere. Okay, so the edges of this have a radius of 1. You can see from this is 1. So use the fillet command to apply fillet on these 4 edges. So come to the modify panel, click and choose fillet. So right click and choose radius of 1. So I enter 1 as radius. Again, I'll right click and choose multiple because I have to apply that fillet on more than 1 point. So click on multiple and apply the fillet here, here, and also here. Okay, exit this command. Alright, so I can now remove this line. Click on this and remove it. Alright, so I'll now have to draw the cross section of the cage, which is this, and this is 8 by 1. So draw a rectangle of 8 by 1 by 1. Okay, now move this rectangle now from the geometric center and drop it right at the middle of this circle. Okay. Okay, so I can now remove this, erase this okay. So I will now have to switch to isometric view. So come to the view panel, click and choose Southwest Isometric. Okay, so I will now have to use the revolve command to revolve some portions of this very geometry. But before then, I will have to switch my UCS to left. So come to the coordinate panel, click here and choose left. Alright. Now come over to the modeling panel, click on this arrow and click on revolve. Okay, so I'm going to revolve this rectangle and also this. Enter. Then choose these 2 points as the axis and enter 360 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to switch the view to shade of gray. Okay, so this is the way it looks like. Alright, so to continue, I'll have to remove this outer ring, hide it, and work on the internal structure of this very bearing. So click on this, right click and choose isolate object. Okay. Okay, so I'm now going to make a copy of this. Click on this, on the cage and this. Enter copy. And copy it. Check the auto mode. And move it 40 units away from there. Click on enter 40. Exit this command. Okay. Now delete this one. Alright. So you can see how the groove is. This is the groove for the ball bearing. So what I'm going to do here now is polar array command to array this ball along this ring. So come to the modifier panel, click and choose polar array. Click on this ball. Then locate the center. Now I need 8 of these balls. So I right click on items and enter 8. Okay, and exit this command. Alright. So again, how to use the solid subtract command to subtract the balls from this ring to create the cage. So come to the solid edging panel and click on solid subtract. Now click on this ring, then subtract these balls. Okay, so this is the cage, and this is the inner ring, and this here is the ball. So what I'll do now, I have to move this cage now back to its position. So click on the move command. Now click on the cage and move it back again 40 units back to the right. Enter 40. Okay, so it has now fallen back into position. Now again, I have to also use the polar array to array this one. So click on the polar array command, click on this ball, okay, the center, which is this, right click, click on items and choose 8. Okay, so all the balls have now fallen in place. So that's the these are the balls, this is the cage, and this is the inner ring. Alright, so I'll now bring the outer ring back. So right click, click on isolate and choose end object isolation. Okay, so all the parts now are back in place. Let me move it around. You can see the balls inside and the outer ring, the cage, and the inner ring. They are all now in place. So I can now close this window and continue with this drawing. So click on this. Alright, so this is the bearing now. Okay, so what I'll do next now is to apply materials on this bearing. So before I do that, I have to switch the menu to realistic. So click on the realistic view. Click on realistic. Alright. Okay, so I will now have to apply materials on the bearing. So I'll come over to the visualize panel. Click on visualize. And here click on the materials icon. Click on this. Okay, so here's the materials panel. So come to the home icon and expand this. Also expand the AutoCAD library. Now select steel. Then come over here and choose the type of steel I want. So I'm going to use horned steel. So drag and drop this on the outer ring. Drag as well, drop it here. Drag again and drop it on the cage. Okay, so I also have to apply the materials on the balls. So to do that, I'll have to also open up this. So click on this and isolate it to have access to the balls. Click on isolate. Okay, now also turn this around to see all the balls. Okay. Now I'm going to apply a different material on the balls. So this time I'm going to choose fabricated. Then here I'm going to choose this material should be okay. That is satin galvanized. So drag again and drop on this ball. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. And drop. Okay. Now how to bring back the outer ring. So right click, click on isolate and enter end object isolation. Okay, so the outer ring is now back in place. So I can now close the materials panel. Okay, so I now have to brighten this. So to do that, I'll have to come to the sun status Click on the sun status. Now turn off the default lighting. Yes, turn this off. Also adjust exposure settings. Click on this. Okay, so from this panel, I have to adjust the brightness of this ball bearing. So come over here and turn on the environment light. Okay, also turn on the background, which is already there. Now adjust the exposure. Click on this and slide to adjust the exposure. Okay, so let me turn on the background and choose a background color. So click on background. Now click on this to choose the color I want. Now solid gives me just one color, so I click on solid. I want only one color. Now choose the color I want. Come down here and click on this. I'm going to choose a blue color. Click on this. And okay, so this is the color. I'll still make further adjustment on this. This looks too bright. Okay, I think this one should be okay. So close this window. So let's see how that looks like. This one seems color is okay. So here is the bearing now completed. I'll remove that construction line. Okay. So here's the bearing now completed. So let me remove the outer ring to see how it looks like. Click on this, right click and choose isolate. So that's the balls. Are the balls. This is the inner ring and this is the cage. So put back the outer ring, right click and choose end object isolation. Okay, so here's the board now completed. So thank you for watching and please do subscribe for more of my tutorials.